Hi there, it's Lynn, and I'm just walking into my video, obviously. So this is my first time at trying out a video blog, so basically we call that a blog. And part of the reason I'm doing it is because I really want to get involved with video. And I want to be able to bring you guys breathing spaces via video. So being outside and taking videos of nature and then doing some voiceover so that you can take a moment in your day and just see some beauty. And I love to do it because we know that being out in nature actually can decrease our stress levels, decrease anxiety, and just overall good health. So that is the reason that I'm partly doing this vlog, because I have all this video equipment and I haven't tried it yet. So this is the way I'm starting, and that's what we need to do. If there's just something project that we want to do, it's just about getting started. So this is my way of getting started. So so I thought I'd just share with you a little bit what's going on. And what I have in front of me right now is my desk. So I'm just going to share some of the stuff on my desk, which is actually all the things that I'm up to lately. And hopefully it'll actually maybe inspire you to get started on something that you still haven't quite started on yet this year. We're halfway through the year, so it's a good time to kind of review our goals and start on something we may just have been not started on yet. So this obviously is mine. And just to let you know, this is completely ad lib, completely authentic, which is also getting me out of my comfort zone too, which is a good thing. So on my desk right now are some of the things that I'm using for video. This is my first time using a microphone, and it is on top of my camera right now, attached to the shoe. It is a microphone that I was recommended by Carrie Green, who runs EFA. And I'll leave some links for some of these things that I'm talking about too on my blog post. So she does a lot of video, and she had some videos on how to do video and some of the equipment to use to get started with. So this right now I'm using the Video Micro is on my camera, and it actually has a little fuzzy thing that can goes over top of the microphone too, to allow absorption of wind, etc. Right now, of course, I don't have that here in my house. However, it's going to be great when I actually shoot video outside. So I'm trying this for the first time. Also, I have on my desk just this little microphone. These are one of the ones that you actually attach to yourself. They're really good to use, especially if you're doing Facebook video or phone video or iPad video. So any other videos, because don't often know it, but the sound isn't the greatest quality if it's just coming from your device microphone. So this is helpful. Right now I'm not using it, obviously, but the next videos you'll probably start seeing me try this out. The other thing I'm kind of excited about that I have on my desk is the Parrot. So this actually helps with scripting. And in the future videos, I will use some scripting. And what this does is it actually attaches your camera lens, and it works off an app on your phone. So you place your app in this contraption under the camera lens, and it will reflect your script onto the lens, so that when you're doing video, you could be reading your script and looking in the camera at the same time, or at least being prompted of what you're supposed to be talking about to help stay focused. And majority of video people are using Parrots or something very similar. Sometimes when you're watching a video, you'll kind of see the person's eyes kind of going back and forth, and that's actually reading a script, obviously. So I'm looking forward to using this. Yeah, very excited. So what else do I have on my desk? I have my journals. So I have my journal breathing space out on my desk right now because I want to stay focused on actually creating a devotional around breathing spaces. And that's a project that I'm working on, taking small steps toward it. But yes, my goal is to actually have this completed hopefully by October this year. So that'll be out by Christmas time. And then I also have my first journal that I did a print up of. And that's because I use it. So this is a regular journaling activity that I do daily. Right now I'm completely out of these journals. They've all been bought up, so I had to do another run of them. What's nice about these journals too is they're pretty simple. And the other thing, I was just really blessed the other day. somebody had bought one of these journals at a show that I did, and she called me up and asked for some more. So I actually met with her and gave her the last ones that I had, and I've ordered more for her because she would like more. But what she shared with me is she's been using them and she's found it so helpful during this very difficult period of her life. How she describes it, it just kept her in a happy mindset. And I look at it as keeping you as, yes, in a great and definitely a thankful and hopeful and successful mindset. And she used the word happy. So I was so blessed to hear that from her. It was also my God nudge to keep going, because at times I think, what are you doing, Lynn? I would want to see my fruit a little bit different. Yet I know that was a God nudge. Lynn, just keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and you're doing good work. And sometimes those God nudges are all the encouragement that we need to keep going. So that is on my desk too. The other thing I have on my desk is, these two books here that I just recently received from Amazon Canada. One of them was recommended by a friend of mine who just has had this book for a little while, recommends it to everybody. It's called The Sacred Search. And the tagline is, what if it's not about who you marry, but why? Part of the reason I got this book too is because I feel like I'm being drawn to a ministry where marriage and sexuality would be something to have testimony toward and to teach. So I want to really dive deeper into what God does say about marriage and about our sexuality. So that's part of the reason I got this book. As well as when I was buying that book, of course, Amazon recommended me another book, and it's called The Mingling of Souls. And the tagline on this one is God's Design for Love, Marriage, Sex, and Redemption. And it's by Matt Chandler. So looking forward to reading these two books, diving deeper into God's Word about marriage and sexuality. And if I know he'll be nudging me a little further if this is a project in a ministry that he really wants me to pursue. In the meantime, this is a small step that I can take to move forward with it, and then just be patient, I guess. So those things are on my desk today. Oh yeah, one more thing. So I wanted to show you my camera. So this was my original entry-level DSLR camera, and it is the Canon Rebel, and it was a great camera. It still is a really good camera. Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, I took it out on a hiking trip, because it's light. It's a lot lighter than the camera I'm using right now to shoot my video on, which I'll tell you about in a second. So this was my first original DSLR. People ask me, what kind of camera should I buy, Lynn? And I usually just say to them, well, what are you shooting with now? If you happen to be shooting with a small point and shoot, that's a Nikon, for example. You may want to get a Nikon entry-level DSLR. And then, because you're using Nikon already, when it comes to the learning curve of learning the menus and the buttons on the Nikon, you'll sort of have an idea already because you've been using the Nikon point and shoot. Now I use Canon because I had originally started with a Canon point and shoot. So when I went to the entry-level DSLR, this made more sense to me because I actually understood the menus. Great camera, and like I said, still taking great pictures with it. This is my main camera for 10 years before I actually upgraded to what we call a full frame camera. And when I upgraded about 3 levels. So I went for a really high upgrade. And some prefer actually to start small and then they upgrade every couple of years. Me, I upgrade about every 10 years. So I went for a pretty high-end camera. So the camera I'm shooting on right now with the video is a Mark III 5D. I'm still learning this camera. It's got so many features on it. And I know it's a camera that's probably going to be good for me for at least 10 or 15 years. So I'm probably not going to upgrade. So even if you decide to go with Pentax or Fuji or Olympia, there's so many great cameras out there. And if you are interested in photography or just interested in just doing some shooting, just start shooting. That's what I usually tell people. Don't worry about taking courses at the beginning and that you have to know everything about aperture and focal lens and lighting and all of that stuff. The way you learn is just by doing. And on every camera, you're going to probably see a green button. That basically means green for go. And so you just start using it and just see how it goes for you. So with anything in life, it really is about just start. Take that first step. If that's what I want to leave you today, it's just that encouragement. Start. Take that first step. And I'll see you next time.